don't know how to start the show. I was at the grocery store yesterday, and the line said 10 items, but you know, I'm getting old, and I have 15 items. The guy behind me said, damn it, what the hell's wrong with you with 15 items? Won't you go back to where you came from? And I said, I don't want to go back to New Jersey. I don't know. What the hell? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Get the hell out of line, you damn son of a bitch. You know, oh, by the way, let's get I can't. Oh my God. I had 18 items. I'll tell you what, this is the best story on so many levels. So many levels. Put up my new little Cuban hero. I don't care if he hates Donald Trump. I do not care if he, that's number, give me number 2 when you get a minute there, Josh. I don't care if he hates Donald Trump. I don't care if he tweets out he hates Donald Trump. I don't care. This little Cuban Democrat is my new hero, man. Because I have been waiting how long for the grocery store police to show up and say the sign says 10 items. That's it. All right, let's get this rolling. First of all, if you ever want to contact the show, right here is all the ways you can do it. 889-9700. You can text the show at any time. Tell us what you're thinking there. And chief@fetchernews.com. And there's all the social media ways you can follow the show. Now, inciting a riot. Let's go with that, okay? Inciting a riot, okay? Now, if you have, do you have number 2? Okay, let me flash through. There you go. There's Eric. Is this Eric Sparks, right? And there's Erica Thomas, angry black woman. I do not care. I probably have some new liberals today watching, Democrats watching from yesterday's show. This is an angry black woman. She's angry, okay? Erica Thomas is the minority leader in the Georgia State House. So now she goes to the grocery store and she's doing one or two things, folks. She is using her black privilege. Put up number 3. Okay, there she is in a parking lot yelling at this little Cuban guy. Now here she is calling a press conference. Okay, now in the grocery store when she got in line, she was doing one or two things. She was using her black privilege, okay, or she was using her I am important, I am the minority leader of the Georgia State House, I'm an elected official privilege. Which one was she using? See, now, as silly as it sounds, and let's not gloss over, I'm not trying to make this silly, all right? It doesn't bother me. I, for one, count my items. Now, wait a minute, we're not being silly. We're going to go somewhere with this, okay? I count my items. There's simple rules to life so we don't have chaos. And I know you're saying, is he really talking about the grocery store express? Wait. There's simple rules, okay? So I count my items. I actually am the person that says, look, I've got 11 because I threw in a pack of gum. Don't worry about it, okay? All right. That's me. But they put these 10 items or less lines, and they call them the express lines. And then there's the people that use them for grocery checkout. She happens to be one. She has some sort of privilege. Now, I am sorry, okay, she's 9 months pregnant, okay, we're going to hear her cry. She is 9 months pregnant, okay? They have self-check lines where you have 3 items, you go boom. They have other express lines, okay, that you can go through that are 20 items or 15, but this happened to be a 10 item, I guess, whatever. There are millions of pregnant women. Now, stores are putting, I like it, I respect it. I think, hey, this is great. Stores are putting parking spaces close to the front doors that say expecting mothers. Now, I, for one, wonder how long before an expecting mother, which is a gender, has a lot of problems here. Hell, we're just going to have to say, you know, even if you're transgender and wish you were expecting, you guess you could park here. I'm not being silly. The world's gone crazy, folks, okay? So there are parking spaces in front of grocery stores that say expecting mothers again. I like that. Good. Boom. Hey, if I come to a aisle in the grocery store, this is etiquette. This is human, not taking advantage of each other. This is just human courtesies. This is not Democrat, Republican. This is nothing, right? Just respect for your fellow man. Follow the rules. So if I was to come to a grocery line and I see an expecting woman with groceries, I would say, you go first. I understand. I probably shouldn't do that. I probably shouldn't hold the door for a woman. I probably shouldn't do any of that. I understand. But I would. She has about 20 items in a buggy with 10 items. What did the media is glossing over that? Now, as silly as you make this sound, you think this sound, the media is blowing up this woman's confrontation, but at no time do they say she was breaking any rules. I mean, is she using black privilege to just park anywhere she wants, or her state representative privilege? Where else is she just saying, I'll do whatever I want, besides the grocery store line? So you always get in the line, don't say you don't, and you say, where the hell is the express line police? Where are they? I mean, you sit there, I do, like, oh, look, lady. Or guy, not just ladies, that was wrong. But hey, guy, what's wrong with you, man? The sign says 10 items. You know why I only got 3 and come through here? Because I'm in a hurry. It says express. You're killing the whole idea of what the damn sign says. But I say, no, I better not say that. I better not say that. But guess what? Eric had enough. Number 2, Eric had enough. Absolutely enough. He is tired of it. He had 3 items. He wanted to go through the express line, but he didn't. He went through another line that was not deemed express. While going through that line, he looked over and said, he don't know the lady. I don't care who the hell you are. He's thinking, this is wrong, lady, this is wrong. So he goes up to the counter and he says, hey, the lady's in a line with 20 items. I'm a squirrely little guy and I don't like stuff like that. Who's going to correct this lady? Tell her, hey, next time 20 items is that aisle. So they say, hey, we got a policy not to offend our customers, right, or our shoppers, so we're not going to say anything, okay, to the customer. You're welcome to say something if you want. I'm not quoting stuff. I'm just paraphrasing all the stuff I heard yesterday. So you're welcome to say something to the lady if you want. So he starts out the door and he just said, no, enough's enough. He puts one foot outside, no. And he goes back and he tells the lady what he thinks about her being in that line. She sees an opportunity. Opportunity. Now here's where I'm going with this. She sees an opportunity to lie to the media, lie about a story, saying this white guy, because she thinks oh hell, I got a white guy, right? She says an opportunity to say a white guy told her to go back where she came from. Wow. And she happens to be a woman of color, Erica Thomas does. Happens to be a woman of color. Now let's go with number 4. Remember these women of color? Right? Let's stay here. Remember these 4 women of color? You know the original tweet. Now this is the media stoking racism. This is the media stoking racial divide. This is the media starting every bit of this. This is the media for 3 or 4 or 5 straight days saying racist 9,000 times. The media is trying to incite riots. The media is trying to incite hate. I had a gentleman on my show yesterday, a very liberal guy, that because Colby says, and I'm not quoting, so don't get off that, all right? Colby says because I, your host, support the President of the United States, I am a racist, not an American, and a terrible human being. And I really don't think Colby wants to think that of me. But he said it. He wrote it. The media has said racist so many times. But here's what you and I know. You and I know that they took something and created a lie and ran with it, trying to start a fire in this country. Absolutely. It's a disgrace. They call it journalism. It is not, folks. Now, the president's original tweet never mentioned color, never mentioned names. It just highlighted, hey, if you don't like this country, you can get out. You can go back. You can do whatever you want. Never mentioned anything. The media took the tweet and added race. I'm serious. The media, you and I know that. They took the original tweet of Donald Trump's that blew up the President of the United States. They added women of color. Not the President. He never highlighted anything. It was like playing whack-a-mole. You know when you go play whack-a-mole, right? It was like going to play whack-a-mole. I mean, the President said a tweet, and these 4 jumped up. Bam, 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 bam. They jumped up. But not one thing in the President Donald J. Trump's tweet did he say women of color, did he say Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, and Alania Presley. Not one time did he mention them. He just said, hey, Nancy's got his hands full, and I don't have the tweet up, but you know it. Nancy's got her hands full with, some of these House of Representative members. The media took that tweet, added racist, added women of color, added their names, and ran with it to try to burn our country down. Now, I will tell you this. I believe in freedom of the press. I thank God for the freedom I have to talk to you today. But we must, in this country, add to the list. When we say we must stop corporate interference in our elections, not Russian, corporate lobbyists in our elections, okay. When we say we must stop these Democrats, okay. When we say we must stop the Green New Deal, okay. Everything we must stop up at the top of that list needs to be included. I'm going to tell you what's as dangerous. Every time the president says, when it comes to the Russian collusion, obstruction, delusion, I did pretty good with that, Josh. I'll never do that again. When it comes to the Russian collusion, obstruction, delusion, okay, the president says we must never let this happen again, okay? No American president should never go through this again. What we need to understand is when we're talking about Peter Strzok and Lisa Page and Bruce Orr and Nellie Orr and the list goes on and James Comey and Andrew McCabe, when we keep doing that, we need to add to the list. We need to put a stop to the corporate deep state media, not journalism. Hear me again, not journalism. Corporate deep state media, we've got to do something about that. Now they're crumbling, yes. But this is absolutely, to me, is scary in this country. And the reason I put up, look, Democrats slammed Trump for a racist tweet. You and I know that media, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, all the above, they're the ones that took Trump's tweet and put names to it. They're the ones that took Trump's tweet and put women of color. They're the ones that took Trump's tweet. All right? Send her back. The chant that they are going berserk over is Ilhan Omar. And I have to tell you right now, if you go clearly through her application for asylum, if you go clearly through her application for citizenship, and then you add the anti-Semitic, the disgusting things she has said about this country, let's see, can I look in the camera any more direct? Send her back. Now, I'm not going to chant that for 13 seconds, but I understood those 13 seconds the other night. Ilhan Omar, research, because I tell you every day I've only got 2 hours a day, research her application for citizenship. Research her asylum request. I don't know that she's legally in the country. I don't know that she's legally became a citizen. I do not know that. I mean, as I say, and not jokingly, she's the only one of the 4 that go home. Now, the other 3 are born here. Different subject. But that's the go back chant right there to Ilhan Omar. Not to Aliana or Asiana or whatever her name, Presley. Not to the airhead, I'm sorry, I don't want to say ugly words against Cortez. Or even Tlaib. They're all born here. But Omar, that's the go back chant. So you look it up. She's the only one of the 4 that goes home and says, hey, to her husband, says, hey, how was your day? And she says, my day was fine. How's mom and dad? Because they're brother and sister. Now, that being said, let's go back to number 2, Eric, at the grocery store. Let me tell you what scares me here and why I brought this up the other day. When I read Colby's tweet the other day, or Facebook post, and I said, hey, are you calling me a racist? And then I sit back and listen to the anger, the people that call me effing this, the people that said I had a white hood on. I mean, I thought to myself, wow, you know, if you want to say I'm a racist based on something, let's start debating LBJ. Let's start debating Ralph Northam, the governor of Virginia. Let's start debating Robert C. Byrd. Let's start debating the Great Society and how it actually put blacks in America in the plantation in the inner city, and it put them on the plant. And she said, let's debate that. Let's look at black male incarceration in the 90s when Bill Clinton. I actually worked for a company. That's why I always think it's interesting, and I don't like when people talk to me about immigration, racism, and black incarceration. But I actually worked for a company in the 90s that had major contracts across the United States. The fastest thing they were building were prisons. After Bill Clinton signed the crime bill, they were building. Go look at the major prison build-outs, okay? And then look that we rounded up. Now, this lady right here is yelling this guy, Erica Thomas. Where are the Democrats yelling about black incarceration from the 90s, right? When Bill Clinton rounded them up. You talk about ICE raids. And I know what you're saying. Brian, you said this yesterday. Brian, you keep saying, it's the truth. Where are they? Okay? They're talking about, this is getting exploded. Where's the crisis on the border today? Why, it does not have quite the juice of a lie. And they've squeezed that lemon so hard, they're going to hold it for a day or two. Because this morning is not crisis at the border in the news. Still the same detention centers. Still the same amount of people in them. Still the same Border Patrol agents that they are freaking out over. But what they do, they ran home. They passed a $5.4 billion package. All of a sudden, everybody at the border's got a toothbrush. The 4 angry women of color got their day in the sun, and they're moving on yelling about other things. Okay, so that worked out for them. Same people down there. But where's the crisis? Pay attention to that. Where is the outrage? Parents being separated from their children. Where is the outrage of the children that we destroyed their lives? I have said, I told you, Josh, we got to order something I can throw, damn it. It can't be my glasses. Look, folks, I have sat long enough and heard these morons, idiots. I mean, I'm not going to just drill down in the damn dirt. Talk about the psychological effect of these children at the border that we did not ask these people to come here. What we were doing to psychologically. You know what? I want to see the pictures of from the children of the little black kids in the inner city that are drawing a picture without daddy, or drawing pictures where daddy's in prison and saying, look at what we're doing psychologically to the young black youth in the inner cities. That is everlasting and will destroy them, and it will take generations to turn this evil around. Where is it at? Never! No, they showed me on TV. Yes, I got angry black woman yelling at this little Cuban. We're going to get in there. But yes, what do? They're showing me pictures. Oh my God, we got with this little child in the detention center. And here's the picture. And we have psychologists that are writing reports of the devastation and the psychological and the lifelong things that will happen, the harm, the lifelong harm of these children in these detention centers, over and over. And then we get on there and we talk about taking their fathers away. And this guy said, where's my dad? Zero, folks. I'm going to tell, I don't care if I have one black viewer. One. Today. One. Vote for Donald J. Trump. What the hell do you have to lose? People like Bill Clinton ripped your families apart. I did not intend to do this. Go back in the 50s. All right? Before the LBJ, when I said, instead of being attacked and calling me effing this and calling me effing that, I wanted to just truly debate. LBJ said the effing N-word will vote for us for 200 years. The Great Society was only passed and put into place by Democrats so that they will lock in the Democrat vote for the black vote. So they could destroy the black family. Destroy them. Black families in America, you've been destroyed by the Democrats. It came directly from them. Period. That's exactly right. Go back in the 50s. Black families were thriving in America with a father in the house. Look at the statistics. But no, they knew if that continued, why, that could cause them to lose that vote. They needed to send that vote to they needed the dependence of the black community. They destroyed the black family. I know I'm going on and on. I'm going to get to this angry black woman. I wish she was upset over black male incarceration. No, I hear nothing about these prisons. But Donald J. Trump, angry black woman Erica Thomas, did not tell you to go back where you came from. Donald J. Trump told you, as the minority leader, Democrat minority leader in the House of Georgia, maybe you could get on board with his criminal reform policies. Right? Because let me tell you something. Donald Trump said this incarceration All right, let's go here, Josh, and let's go to the break. You know the one where she's crying with the tissue, Erica Thomas, and she said, yeah, can you get that one? All right, listen to it. We're going to go all the way around. And this woman is despicable. But you know what? The media is running after the story. The media is not writing apologies for stoking the fires and trying to divide us. Let's go with that. Just listen a minute. We're going to go to break. Let's go to that one and come back. I'll tell you when to come back.
So you know what I decided? I decided to go live because I'm very upset because people are getting really out of control with this white privilege stuff. I'm at the grocery store and I'm in the 10 aisle, the aisle that says 10 items or less. Yes, I have 15 items, but I'm 9 months pregnant and I can't stand up for long. And this white man comes up to me and says, "You lazy son of a bitch." He says, "You lazy son of a bitch. You need to go back where you came from." And he says that. I said, "Sir, you don't even know me. I'm not lazy. I'm 9 months pregnant." He says, "You're ignorant. You're ignorant." And I'm not ignorant. And it hurt me so bad. I'm sorry, y'all, because everything in me wanted to just tell him who I am and how I know. But I couldn't get anything out. I could just tell him, "Please leave me alone, please." And my child is just sitting right there. He said, "Mama, why would he call you that? Why would he do that?" I can't even explain to her why he has so much hate.
All right, that's 12 minutes long. That's Erica Thomas. So I posted on Facebook, just so for you haters out there, I posted on Facebook, maybe she was, exercising her black privilege. And I know I probably have all kinds of people upset. Oh my God. People are getting out of line with this white privilege. You see where she went? White privilege, right? She's 9 months pregnant. She can't stand long. She admits, "I broke the courtesy rule because either I'm black." Now she goes, "I'm pregnant." She can't stand long. I'll tell you what, she stood 30 minutes yesterday for a press conference. She stood outside. She couldn't stand long. But look at her outside number 2. Go out there and see. She can't stand long is the reason she got in that line. But outside at that press conference yesterday, when this guy came back, he said, "No, I ain't letting her go." And he came back. She's in his face. We're going to play that when we get back. What was she using? Her black privilege? Pregnant? Can't stand on her feet? Lord, she can stand on 30 minutes do press conferences when she's claiming somebody told her to go back where she came from. You lazy son of a bitch. Back after this.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead. The summer savings are too hot to touch at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper. And every Chevy truck has a red hot price, like new Colorado Crew Cabs, over $6,500 off, or new Silverado Crew Cabs, over $11,000 off. You won't find a hotter deal on a new Chevy truck anywhere else in Georgia. The summer savings event going on right now at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Dave's Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We are talking this morning about Erica Thomas using her black privilege card yesterday, right? I have a white privilege card. She could use her white or black privilege. There it is. That's my black. I get in, leave that up there. I do. I get in the line, all right? I get in the grocery line. It says 10 items or less. I got 20, 25 in the buggy. If anybody says anything, I blow that right out. I said, do you not realize I have white privilege? Then they hush up. They realize that. Hey, privilege has its advantages. Take that off the screen. Yeah, she said, what did she say, Josh? She said, this getting out of control, these people and their white privilege. But the only problem, she didn't realize when she pulled the race card. Find me the race card, Josh. She didn't realize when she threw down the race card, when she trumped. She said, Trump puts out a tweet and they say, I'll trump you with a race card. So she didn't realize, she thought she had it. I mean, Erica Thomas, put up number 3. Erica Thomas thought she was going to go to national stardom. Really, she thought she was going to be on MSNBC, CNN, all the nightly shows. She thought Democrats were going to be running into Georgia saying she should run for governor. She thought she was going to be the face of the race card, the woman of color for Democrat commercials all over. The hate is real. She thought they would be the hate is real. But you know what? She bumped into Eric. Eric's short little Democrat Cuban dude that actually voted for her. That messed up. So, white privilege. Anyhow, the media, the deep state media, I won't go over this. It will not be 2 hours of this. But we know the original tweet, folks, that Donald Trump put out, President Donald Trump, had nothing to do with color, did not name anyone. The media took and stamped everything on it. You know, it's like box comes through, they stamped fragile. They stamped racist, they stamped women of color, they stamped their names, everything on it and ran with it. And as yesterday I did on the show, the reason I asked Colby not to debate the issues, the question was, do you think I'm racist? Because I say I support the President of the United States. And why did you not go and defend me against the attacks of his friends? That being said, moving right along. Okay, Josh, let's go to the video. I think the one where they're at the grocery store. Eric's on the front of it, right? Let's go. You know what I'm talking about? Eric, yeah. Now watch what happens, because she is getting her groceries. All right? She is 9 months pregnant. She can't stand for long, right? When she's crying in that video, she can't stand for long. Erica Thomas can't, okay? She's the minority leader in the House of Representatives of the state of Georgia. So she can't stand long. She's 9 months pregnant. So she's going to tell the TV cameras what's happening. Eric said, hell no. I'm going to show up. So they start talking to him. She freaks out. This is going to take a minute, but stay with it, okay? Play that one, Josh.
I'll start with your name and last name and spelling, please.
Eric Sparks, S-P-A-R-K-E-S.
Okay, and tell me what happened on Friday in Publix.
This woman was in the express lane that says 10 items or less, 2 other lanes completely free open. I go pay for my 3 items in one of the other lanes. It frustrated me to see her there with that many items in her. She had about 20 items, so that frustrated me. So I went to the 2 of the cash or customer associates of Publix and talked to them by the front door. And I asked them, is there anything that could be done, so on and so on. She goes, well, it's not Publix policy. We're not allowed to confront any customers about the express lane. She goes, well, the customer came. So I thought about it for a second, almost walked out, walked back in, went up to the lady, which I did not know her name, did not know her stature as a state legislature or anything, and asked her.
Sir, you don't get a spotlight. You don't get anything at all, because
you degraded me and you paraded me, and everybody needs to see
You know
your
it's
face
on camera,
the camera.
right?
Yes, I know it's on camera, and everybody needs to
camera in
know
Publix,
that
too.
what you did to me, and what you did to me as a woman that is 9 months pregnant, and you think you're going to get away with this?
Good
No,
luck,
you're
ma'am.
not. You are going to jail.
You're
And
showing
this speaks
yourself.
for every. Oh no, I'm showing myself. This
Good luck,
speaks
ma'am.
for every black, brown, and any woman that's out there that's 9 months pregnant, and a white man comes up to you and calls you a son
not white.
of. I don't care what
I'm
you
not
are.
white.
Yes, you are.
I'm not
if
white.
anybody comes up to you and calls you a son of it, I am facing the man that degraded me and berated me, and I'm not crying. No, I'm not. I'm standing right in front of you. And if you know how you made me feel yesterday, if you know how you made my daughter feel,
Back off before I call the police.
call the police right now because
Back
they
off.
are looking for you.
I already
They are
talked to
looking
them.
for you.
I already talked
it's
to them.
okay. I am so
Back
happy
off.
that you're here.
Am
And
I
I'm happy that
arrested?
everybody needs to see this man that did this to me. And he thinks that he gets a 5 minutes of fame. You think that you're going to come up when you see police, when you see SB 46, you think you're going to come up here and get a spotlight? No, you're not. The only spotlight that you're going to get is everybody needs to see the man that
Ma'am,
did this to
are
a
you a
woman
state
that's
legislator?
9 months
Are
pregnant.
you a state legislator?
Thank you. Nobody is here for you.
Are you a state
Nobody is here for
legislator?
you. Thank you. We can continue my interview.
Would you like me to finish? How do you guys want to handle this?
We want to hear from both of you.
Yeah, we want to hear both sides.
No, he is. I cannot believe that you would do this. And do you not feel bad? Do you feel bad?
You
at all?
understand you're a liar?
I'm a liar about what?
Everything that happened.
Do you feel bad?
Me telling you to go back where you came from?
Do you feel bad about yesterday?
Did I say that?
Yes, you. Are you serious? Or you didn't say
Did I
that?
say
What
it?
did you say to me then?
Is it on video?
What did you say to me?
I called you a lazy bitch.
Okay, that's all
the
you
worst
did.
thing I said.
That's all you said to me?
Yes.
Okay, because that makes you look better because everybody's after you now. So that makes you look better to say that.
I know what I
It's
said.
okay. It's all
The
right.
video
though.
knows what I said.
Okay, yeah, they all see it. They all see that you left out of the grocery store, came back.
I
in
didn't
and paraded
leave.
me.
I took one step out.
At the end of the day,
No
you know
one
what?
kicked me out.
I'll let you have your 5 minutes.
Am
of
I
fame.
banned from Publix?
I'll let you have your 5 minutes of fame.
You got
you have your
yours?
5 minutes of fame.
You got
There
yours.
you are. You know what? Thank you. Congratulations. What's your name?
Eric Sparks.
I'd like to shake your hand.
No, you're not.
I'd like to shake your hand.
Go
I thought
away.
so. Go ahead, Eric Sparks. I want him to get his 5 minutes of fame. Go ahead and get your 5 minutes of fame, Eric. And I'm facing you right now, and I'm calm, and I'm fine, because guess what? I am okay, because God is with me. I'm a blessed mama.
Here, I'm going to straighten
Go
this
ahead.
out. I want the reporters to ask me questions.
Go ahead, ask some questions.
I want individual questions.
Yeah.
Please.
What did you say? What took place in the Publix?
Okay, this reporter already asked me that. I have a statement that I sent to WSB TV already to Lauren
That's-
Posen.
That's me as well. Can you
Okay,
just
you're
tell us-
Lauren Posen?
I'm Lauren's colleague. From
Okay. I sent an email statement to Lauren already. That is my statement to WSB TV. That's exactly what happened.
Can you tell us on camera what happened?
I walked into Publix, bought my 3 items. There were 3 checkout lanes, one was an express. The other 2 were empty. I kept my tongue shut. I walked and paid for my items in one of the empty lanes. This lady I noticed had about 20 items on the conveyor. Okay. I walked up to the 2 customer service associations from Publix, asked them what can be done in a nice manner. They said, corporate policy, we can't do anything, but you as a customer can say something. I took a step outside the store, thought about it, turned around, walked up to Miss Thomas and said, ma'am, not to be rude, my exact first words, pointing at the sign, which shows it on the surveillance camera, which I've seen already, pointing at the sign, 10 items or less. She berates me after that. I don't remember exactly what she said, but on camera she approached me, came towards me as I took a couple steps back. She said a few words. I do not recall exactly what those words were. I said, you're selfish. She did mention she's 9 months pregnant. I said, it doesn't matter in this case. It has no point on this case. There's 2 empty lines. You don't need to be an express lane. Then I stated, she said a few words. I stated, well, you're selfish little bitch. I did say that. That's all I said after that, and I walked out of Publix. Her words stating on Twitter and her video, stating I told her she needs to go back where she came from, are untrue. I am Cuban. I am not white. I am white, but I am Cuban. I was raised with a Cuban grandmother that didn't speak any English. In the late 60s and 70s, I felt racism and prejudice. I'm not playing the victim. This woman, Miss Thomas, is playing the victim for political purposes because he's a state legislator. I'm a Democrat, number one. I vote Democrat party line. Number two, that proven facts can be proven. My Facebook, I will make it public. Proven facts. All my statements are anti-Trump, anti-Republican, anti-racism, anti-bigotry. This lady does not know me. She's using this to get on camera for her political purposes without contacting me or to find out what my name was. I found all this out an hour ago.
All right, I know that was extended. I understand that took a long time. I apologize. But, one, you need to see the angry black women that went. Now, this is the woman that's 9 months pregnant, folks, that can't stand long. The reason she's in the 10 item or less, you know, she thinks that it says 10 items or less unless you're pregnant. Well, hey, if Publix adds that and says, hey, I don't care if you got a but you know, there's a reason for convenience. The stores do that. But she couldn't stand long to scan out 15 items in another line. 20 items, Eric says, because she couldn't stand long. Because she could stand out there and do the angry black woman move like this, and you're going to do, damn, right? It took a lot longer for her to pull off her angry black woman move. There you go. Than it did for her to scan her stuff. And then she thought she hit bingo. She thought she hit bingo, right? I got me a white guy. He said, go back. I could just make that up. You need to understand there's so many moving parts here that we cannot let the deep state media, the corrupt deep state media, get away with. The corporate media. We can't let them get away, folks. We have to stop this, because what you see here is a black woman that is the minority leader of the House of Representatives in the state of Georgia, right? That says, I'm a woman of color no matter what I say about this guy. He looks awful damn white, right? I got him. Because no matter what I go out here and say, they're going to believe it. No matter what I go out here and say, they're not going to look for the proof. See, let me remind you, he's not invited to this press conference. He shows up at the grocery store knowing she's there, say, hell no. See, she's doing an interview. The TV camera's up there with Erica Thomas. They did not call. You understand, Eric, this guy, I'm going to say one more time, I don't care how much he hates Trump. I don't care how anti-Republican he is. I don't care how Democrat he is. This guy's my little hero. This little Cuban's my hero, because let me tell you why. The media, she comes out and she says, I got him. No matter what I say, they will run with it. They will go with it. Guess what? She said, I'll meet you at the grocery store and stand out front of the grocery store. What did the media do? Did they search Eric out? No. Were they going? When you heard him say that, because he showed up, they said, she tried to stop. Oh, this is my interview. This is my interview. No. That's when the media you heard say, well, we want to hear both sides. Keep in mind, they did not invite both sides. Oh, no, 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 no. Eric was not invited. They did not call Eric and say, come on up here, give us your side. That's what my understanding. That's my understanding. He jumped in. He goes up there. Now, how he knew it was going on, all the details there, I got to be straight. I don't know exactly all the details, but that was not his press conference. That was hers at the store. See, they were prepared. The media was prepared to run the hoax. The media was prepared to go after it. It was only when Eric had the nerve to jump in front of the cameras. If you watch it black and white, it's him jumping in front of the cameras. It's her interview. She says my interview's over. She was there. Eric said, look, I'm a Democrat. You're state. I voted for you. I am a Democrat. I am Cuban. My grandparents are Cuban. I grew up with them. I look white, but I'm Cuban American. Grandparents are Cuban. I vote Democrat. I hate Donald Trump. So, she's struggling with, so she calls a press conference, okay? And when she calls press conference, she's going to double down. But let's play the one where she caught lie, where she admits she lied, okay? Let's play. You got that one, Josh? All right, here's where Erica Thomas actually admits she lies. All right?
Words as far as go back to where you came from. He said those exact words.
Well, like I said, I mean, like I know what I don't know what he said. He said go back, you know, those types of words. I don't want to say he said go back to your country or go back to where he came from, but he was making those types of references is what I remember.
You just don't remember the exact phrase.
No, definitely not. But I know it was go back because I know I told him go back. Because I know after he told me, I said you go back, and I said go. So.
Not those type of words. I mean, I heard go back. I didn't know if he was saying go back, get on the other line. I just heard go back. Let's roll that montage. Josh, go with the montage for a minute. We'll take a break and we'll come back with this. We're not done, Erica. Erica?
I want to make sure that everyone knows that in any way am I backtracking on my statement or am I retracting on anything that I said?
He said, you lazy son of a bitch. You need to go back where you came from.
He said go back, you know, those types of words. I don't want to say he said go back to your country or go back to where he came from, but he was making those types of references is what I remember. And that's when he said, and like I said in the thing before, that's when he said and made a reference to go back where you came from. I don't want to say he said go back to your country or go back to where he came from, but he was making those types of references is what I remember.
He said, you lazy son of a bitch. You need to go back where you came from.
I want to make sure that everyone knows that in any way am I backtracking on my statement.
Erica Thomas thought she had a white guy. Are you going to be the next white guy that somebody thinks they have? Because they already think I'm a racist. They've labeled me. They've labeled you. You know, I like to say it like, did you find the damn race card or not, Josh? Didn't I tell you to find the race card, play the race card? Anyone you like, I trust you. Oh, hell, I know I didn't say that and everybody heard it. Oh, my God. All right. Now, the race card applies to all of us. I mean, I can play the race card. You can play the race card. Everybody playing the race card. Okay? Because Trump said something. Boom! We're going to double down with the race card. So, let me say this. Okay? So, yesterday, you know, this is right, very racist comment, right? This is very racist, right? Yeah, I know you got. I called my black friend yesterday. I called my black friend, Derek Grayson. I'm going to throw it out there. Just going to put it all out on the line. I called my black friend yesterday. So he said, Brian, how you doing? And we talking. And I expressed to him some personal things. My father's very sick. My mother's very sick right at the same time. So there you go. I don't mean just with a cold. They're very, very ill. Both of my parents at the same exact time. And I need some help. And let me tell you something, man. There's nothing better than when you need some help and you feel the love of everyone of your friends, your real friends. And I don't want to get down that road. But, you know, so I called my black friend, Derek Grayson. I said, Derek, I want you to do a show for me, because he's a great guy, man. I love him. So I want you to do a show for me. And he said, I will. I kindly explained my personal situation that's going on. My black friend, I keep saying that, I shouldn't, but he keeps saying to me, because I have to tell you, because I'm a racist, right? And he said, man, I'm going to do anything I can for you, whatever you can, you know. And I just couldn't say much more. And I said, well, I need you, I need your help. I'm going through a lot. And I was real serious, but I was making a little fun. I said, Derek, I'm going through a whole lot, man. I'm going through this thing with my mom. I'm going through this thing with my dad. And then I'm going with this thing of being in my 50s and white and racist, You know how it is. I'm struggling with a lot of things right now. He started laughing. I said, I'm a very dangerous guy. Anyhow, race card. So Erica Thomas, the media, the deep state media, okay? The deep state media, I'm ready for it. Throw it up. You didn't. I even gave you the trust. I threw it. Oh, you did not put Reverend Al's patented race card. You did. Josh, you were unreal. Do you think Erica Thomas is caught? I know you didn't do that. You made my whole damn day. I gave Josh the green light. I kept saying, find me the race car, and he goes boom for the home. You don't hit singles. I got to give it to you. You're a home run kind of guy. You're a slugger, man. He throws out the Reverend Al's race card. Yes, my skin has been judged inappropriately. Boom, there you go. So there you go. Erica Thomas is probably carrying the race card. Erica Thomas thought she was going to be a national media hero. But let me tell you, folks, let's end this segment on a note that it's scary. It's very scary. Because black and white America, we do not want to be against each other. White and Latino, Hispanic, we don't want to be against each other. White and Asian, we don't want to be. See, we did not. No matter what you say, I do understand there's racism. And I know you want to say to me, well, wait a minute. Before Barack Obama, are you telling us that there were no white nationalists, there were no skinheads, there was no Nazis? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying racism in America before Barack Obama was equally divided. I mean, blacks are very racist, whites are very racist, Hispanics are very racist. Let me tell you something. You don't know the race card. Blacks, I don't want to say racist, go in inner cities where the Hispanic community has moved in to the projects and taken those units away that used to belong to the black community. The whole thing, right? It's all been set up to be exactly where it's at today. So before Barack Obama became president of the United States, I do know there was racism. But I think we were growing as a country. I think we went to the flower store because we wanted flowers. And we did go in, although an Asian couple owned the flower shop. Period. I really think we were growing all along. I think we were communicating with each other. Barack Hussein Obama did this. They incited. You remember the beer summit? Was it up in Harvard or wherever? There's no reason whatsoever an American president should get involved in a black person climbing through a window and a white cop saying, hey, is that window you're climbing through, is that your house? But no, we had a beer summit. It's led to this. It's scary, folks. Donald Trump's not a racist. I'm not a racist. America, we're over the threshold. 80% of America, maybe higher, is not racist. Maybe 20% is. Where's the polling on that? I'm your host, BKP. I have to take a break. I can go on and on. We're going to get into this. We're going to get into Robert Mueller. Oh, hell. It's all going to go on. Take a break, Josh.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ella, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ella, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
The summer savings are too hot to touch at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper. And every Chevy truck has a red hot price, like new Colorado Crew Cabs, over $6,500 off, or new Silverado Crew Cabs, over $11,000 off. You won't find a hotter deal on a new Chevy truck anywhere else in Georgia. The summer savings event going on right now at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Dave's Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
All right, folks, work with me here. Work with me. Work with me. I've got to send Josh a couple pictures, okay? So work with me. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, tell them how to get in touch with the show. There you go. You can always text me at that phone number. You can text me at that phone number. And Josh, I don't know if I've sent some duplicates, all right, as a number. But I want the baseball ones up first. You're going to see, okay? Go through and get all them ASAP, all right? If you could. Yeah, folks, look, if you ever want to contact the show, there it is on the screen. Josh showed it to you. Trying to get ready on the fly. Listen, I got a little behind this morning. Want to say a quick thank you on yesterday's show. Overwhelming response. Colby decided to, hey, it's freedom of speech. Colby decided to continue the debate off the air with several of our viewers. I tell you what, you go to Facebook and you find my post yesterday morning and you find a couple of the posts. Wow, Josh, they debated all day yesterday. Now, I did get Drew. I don't know if you're watching. I won't give you full name. I did get your messages. I thought they deserve a response. Now, just so I talk to the audience, I do not, BKP here, I do not go home and sit on Facebook and respond to every comment. Now, my name was used. The interview was discussed, went back and forth yesterday. I do want you to know I appreciate it, and I don't ignore those. If you send me a direct email on Chief and you say something, I do try to go through in the afternoon and respond to emails, okay? But just to comment on Facebook, I don't get time. I actually have a full-time job. At 10 o'clock, I'm going to interview today two football coaches, head football coaches in two different states. I'm going to 2 states today, probably 100 miles apart, and interview 2 head football coaches. So I have another life out here other than just being, white, 50-something, Republican, support Donald Trump racist. I've got other things to do. I can't just be a racist 24/7. I have to back away and do my day job. So that being said, all that cut. Now, Josh, do me a favor, okay? When we get done here, okay, let's talk about, are we ready with the baseball pictures? I just sent them to you. There's 2 emails. It's the second one I sent you, not the first one. All right, well, maybe I sent it to myself. Sometimes, folks, sometimes I'm send Josh emails and I ask him why he doesn't have them, and then I find out I actually sent them to myself. Look. All right, so now, Josh, we're going to talk baseball just a minute. I'm not getting sidetracked. We're not doing the sports. I just want to ask some questions out here, okay? When we talk about this, Josh, I do want you to get involved, all right? So Josh didn't know this segment was coming up, so it's not his fault, but I want you to get involved. All right, and I want the audience to be able to hear you. We got it set up to where he could talk in my ear and just tell me things going on, help me pronounce words, or you can hear Josh. So, are you ready, Josh? All right, well, let's start the conversation. If you have number 16, put it up. Almost. I have a question, Josh. Do you think the baseball is juiced? Yes or no?
Yes, I think there's something different about it.
So, right?
Yep. Which number did you want?
16. All right. 3-year-old boy struck by foul ball at Major League Park, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not, look, let's just go here. Now let's go to, if you have number 17. And this is, what's his last name from the Cleveland Indians? Francisco what? Lindor?
Lindor, yep.
He is the one that hit that foul ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
It struck that 3-year-old kid. All right? He jacked it. All right? Now, on baseball, folks, I know what a rip is. I know when a guy rips it, period, okay? I know what a nice, clean home run is. I know what a shot down the third. I know what a pop foul, okay? Now, let me just say this. Baseball used to have, to me, a lot of pop fouls. Now, when we were kids, let's go to number 18. This is him here, a 3-year-old boy struck by foul ball at Major League Park. All right? And then let's go to number 19, right here. Be alert, objects may leave the playing field, number 19. Go with number 20. This is him up to bat. Now, hey, I have gone to, we just use 100. We'll take 100, okay? Ain't no reason to go back and forth. I have gone to 100 Major League Baseball games. I've been fortunate in my lifetime to attend multiple World Series games. Hey, thank you, God. Been to them. I have been fortunate in my life to be able to go to several American League Championship games. Sorry, National League fans. Let's not go there today. But I remember going to see the Yankees and the Texas Rangers back when Pudge Rodriguez was behind the plate for the Rangers. But I have been blessed to get the opportunity to go see several Major League American League Championship games. I've had the opportunity to go see several division championship games. I've had the opportunity just to go be in the stands in the regular season. I had a chance one time. I got to sit, okay? Josh, I went to Camden Yards one time. I got tickets, a long story, I won't bore you. So I went to Camden Yards. I did a lot of work for the general contractors where the Baltimore Orioles play. All right? And the general contractor that built Camden Yards gave myself and gave us 4 tickets, their seats. And over on the third base side, Josh, okay, where the netting ends, okay?
Yep.
Now this is back 20 years ago when they just built Camden Yards, where the netting ends. The Baltimore Orioles used to, I don't know if they do now on account of danger, used to have a stool there, and they used to have the old guy in the little derby with an orange white shirt and an orange string bow tie, white, orange, black, orange string, white guy, older guys, right? They put the older guys there, and they put them on a little stool. I mean, they were in play, and they would get foul balls and stuff. So I'll never forget the nettings here, and the first 4 seats, the walls here, and we're here, and the guy actually in a little bow tie turns around and he looks at the 4 of us and he said, "Who do you know to get these seats?" Now they're right here. I mean, they're in broken bat, they're a foul ball, everything. I mean, they're right there. Who do you know to get these seats? I survived those. I survived those seats, that 9-inning game. I'll never forget, I had tickets, too long to tell you where I get them, on the third base dugout side. From the batter walk-up circle, warm-up circle, 4 rows back. 4 rows back. Circles here, right? Circles here. 4 rows back at Yankee Stadium. From behind the net. There's no net. We're sitting 4 rows back and watching Bo Jackson with the Kansas City Royals come up in there and swing the bat. I survived that game. I took my son, 3 years old. He sit next to me in that seat. My son, 3 years old. He's standing up there saying, Josh, he was yelling. Do you remember the campaign, Bo Knows, Diddley? Well, that campaign was real popular at that time. So Bo Jackson comes out. We're 4 seats back. You got all these obnoxious Yankee fans yelling at him. And I'm here, and then the next thing you know, I hear this little kid yelling at him. And I look over, it's my son. He's like, I think maybe he's going on 4 years old, and he's yelling, Bo knows nothing, Bo knows. And then he repeated an obnoxious Yankee fan. Sorry to say that. I was not the obnoxious Yankee fan. And I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, yo, mister, you sit back down in that seat. But he lived. He had his baseball glove. I had mine when I went as a kid. I used to go, now this is getting boring, but one of the greatest games I ever went to in my life, World Series, everything, is my dad took us, and you know, and I say this emotionally, because my dad is dying. It's something that happens. And my dad took us to Shea Stadium, Josh, and I got to watch Tom Seaver on the mound for the Mets and Steve Carlton on the hill for the Phillies.
Wow.
As a little boy. Greatest game I ever went to, man. And back then, you know, I guess they don't do it now because what if a guy only gets 3 strikeouts and they hang up KKK?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be nice, right? But back then at Shea Stadium, when the Mets played and Tom Seaver, right, is pitching and he would strike somebody, they'd have up there in the mezzanine level on that rail, a K would flip out. And then you'd have 2, then you have 3, and we count the K. I remember that day, it was amazing. But that's it. Now, Josh, we started this with you telling me you think the ball is juiced. I believe the ball is juiced. I believe these guys, and I understand a broken bat is sad, but I believe these guys are ripping that ball so fast that it's virtually impossible for fans to pay that much attention maybe, or maybe fans aren't paying attention. I don't know. Do you agree, this is the second question for you, with the Major League extending the netting? Now, it's been hundreds of years. I mean, we go back in the 1900s where, you know, we've played baseball for, what, 200 years now, publicly? Mm-hmm. Do you agree with extending the netting clear to the end, to the foul pole on both sides?
I might be in the minority, but I don't agree with it. I think you know the risk you're taking when you get those seats. If you can't pay attention or don't feel like you can defend yourself, you should sit somewhere else.
So if you're just the casual, now I have friends, you do too. I'm going to throw her name out because I love her to death. You know, buddy, you send Jesse or Carla to a Braves game, they're paying attention, right? Yeah. they like their Braves. You and I both know that, buddy. When it comes to Jesse and Carla, you too. You guys go to the game, you pay attention. Now, I want to ask you one more question because you take your little nephew to a lot of baseball games. You love the little guy and you throw him in the car and you can't wait to get your little nephew to a baseball game, correct?
Yeah, we were there Sunday.
Right. So when it says 3-year-old boy struck by foul ball, you have taken your nephew at 3 years old, right? Mm-hmm. You've taken him at 4 years old. He's
5 now.
He's 5.
Yeah.
But do you pay attention for him? Like I know he likes baseball, but the reality is if you're 4 or 5, you're 4 or 5.
Right. At that age, I mean, he can catch a ball, but he can't catch one coming at him 100 miles an hour.
So when you go and you take him, do you put on your I'm going to pay extra attention because I've got my nephew and if it comes this way, it's not going to hit him?
Right. He knows what's going to happen. I'm always closest to home plate no matter where we're sitting at, which our season tickets are right on the front row, right at third base. So a lot of balls come our way. And I'm going to be sitting closest to home plate, and he knows that if a ball comes that I'm immediately getting in front of him and ready to stop anything coming at him. And he knows that's going to happen. We pay attention. We don't goof off. We don't get on phones. That's part of the risk of sitting that close.
Whoa. Hold the brakes, because I was wondering, that's where I was going, how long before we said, how about before the netting in the bottom lower areas, the parks prohibit cell phone use?
Yeah, I mean...
Now, wait a minute. So what I'm getting at is I'm the old guy in the room, right? I'm the old guy in the room. So what I'm getting at is I talked to you about, I took my son. I had good tickets many times. I survived. Now I did see a foul ball, and whoa, that little kid's gonna have a shiner in the morning. I got that. But what I used to see on foul balls is, I'm gonna say dads. I know we're using genders here. But I used to see dads like, boom, oh man, protect your kid, or you got your glove on, or maybe kids should have to know how to catch a ball before they go to the park. That being said, Josh, all I'm saying is I survived 100 games. How did I survive? What is the problem here? A, the ball is juiced. 2, back in the day, we did not take these things and sit down there and text our friends and text, now, was a 3-year-old texting? No. Was maybe mom and dad next to him, or the uncle texting? Maybe. Maybe they didn't see that ball coming 120 miles an hour to smash that kid in the head, and they were on there posting, look at my seats at the game.
Yeah, too many people are busy checking in and letting everybody know where they're at instead of paying attention.
All right, last, and I'll end this segment. And the reason I say this, I know there's other things out there. This is the Mueller report, and there's the debt ceiling, and I understand this, but this is baseball. One more thing. When you go, okay, do you see a lot of people on their smartphones when they should be paying attention?
Yeah, I see more people on phones than I do watching the game and knowing what's happening. I mean, the people around me are like, what's the score again? And, I mean, they don't ever know what's happening.
There you go, folks. 1, ball is juiced, period. It is popping out of the park. It is going 300, I'm my joke, all right? It's going 150 mile an hour.
But most exit velocities are like around 110 max.
Is it 110?
Yeah, but that's max. So a lot of them are 80 to 100.
Yeah, but I'm not going to call it. Your foul balls used to be in large numbers. Your foul balls used to be more of pop-ups. All right, so I'm not going to say, well, now the ball, but I think, 1, you start with the balls juiced. You don't have the foul pop-ups like you used to because the ball wasn't juiced. 2, when you don't have, you have broken bats. You've always had broken bats, but due to the velocity of the ball, things have changed. 4, they're ripping the hell out of this thing more times than you can believe, and it is coming like, where maybe it used to 3 times a game, it's coming 8 or 9. I don't know. I'm throwing out things. I'm not calling them statistics, so don't fact check me. But last but not least, you're taking kids 3 years old to games. Now let me say this. Put this damn thing down. So before the baseball commissioner comes out and says, you know what? We're going to put netting all the way down. I didn't show up and get my seat. On the rail there, to have netting all the way down.
Yeah, I don't want to watch a game through a net.
Right.
Well, too, something you haven't mentioned, there's a lot of fan interaction with players, too, and that can't happen. There's all those great viral videos of players coming over and giving them their bat or their cleats or something after a game, and you can't fit that stuff through mesh netting.
Oh, that's a good point. It actually separates the fan and the player.
Yeah, kids can't get their autographs. And
I like it, Josh. Good move. Good move. We have all the reasons, but I'm going to tell you something. Major League Baseball banned the use of these on the lower level. Well, what if they have to call 911? What if somebody texts them and says, hey, I'm just saying. I'm your host, BKP. Take a short break because we're going to come back. That's my opinion on Major League Baseball. No netting all the way out. Unjuice the balls. Squeeze the juice out of damn baseball and quit doing things to try to make baseball better, more exciting. Look, if a pitcher pitches 9 innings and you say, hey, that is boring. Let me tell you, there was a time America loved to watch baseball with a real baseball, real batter, real pitcher. Take a break.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ella, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
8 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hey folks, I'm your host BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. It's Tuesday, 9:31 a.m., 73 degrees in LJ, Georgia. Josh, tell them how they can get in touch with the show. There's our phone number. Now that's a 24/7. If you want to text me and say, hey, I want to be on the show, text me. You want to call me after this? Call me. I'll answer the phone. There's my phone number, and there you go. Also, the social media ways to follow us. Now, Josh, I don't want to get back. I told you we can't get going back into baseball, and I hope I did not lose viewership by talking about that. I'm just a baseball nut, and I'm just tired of it, and I had to say it. I know you're sitting there saying, but don't you realize Iran is claiming that 17 of their citizens were CIA-trained operatives? Yes, I know. Don't you realize that Iran has, catapulted down onto a British oil tanker? Don't you realize Robert Mueller is going to come tomorrow and breathe life into the report? Don't you realize the debt ceiling? I get it. I get it. I'm here. What I realized this morning is, yes, as a fiscal conservative, we have to do something. So sooner or later, we collapse. Okay, there you go. I don't want to go down that road. I realize that. So, but let me say this. We could financially collapse and survive as a country. No, wait. Relax, damn it. Okay, so, and I also realize we have immigration problems with illegals. I get it. I also realize that the Mueller report Mueller's going to go there, and that we need to start finding out how to bring down the deep state that created this whole crisis. Not the Mueller report, going after the president with the Russian delusion, the Russian collusion delusion. I got it. But what happened here in the last week with just the race issue, to me, is about the scariest thing in this country. You lose $1, you can gain $1. The finances collapse, we can figure it out and put it back together, right? It's simple. I know you're getting mad. No, it's not simple. I don't like the debt. I like nothing about it. But anybody out there that believed that Donald Trump could go to the White House and through the executive branch of the United States of America could reduce, repay, and delete the deficit in this country, you just believe something that wasn't true. I'm not calling him to task, but I never hung on that could happen. I knew it wouldn't with Paul Ryan in there, and I knew it wouldn't. So done deal. But we can financially come back. We can fix our immigration issues at the border. We can fix those. We can clean up the corruption through the deep state with Mueller and Comey and McCabe and Nellie Orr, Bruce Orr, Peter Strzok, Daniel Steele, the dossier. We can do that. We can clean that up. But let me tell you what would take hundreds of years, because we've already been through it, to heal is race. Hundreds of years to heal. In fact, if the tables were turned, okay? If the tables were turned on Erica Thomas and the attack would have came on the other side, Eric would be in jail. You flip everything. If you and I, okay? Now, there's a such thing as a hate crime in America. Yes, you don't know what the hell you're saying, right? So, did you hear her saying you would be in jail? All right? Did you hear her saying you are, put her pointing at him? Because I want this segment to go together, okay? Point at him. I got the picture there, right? She is saying you're going to jail. She is making a claim that a hate crime happened with Eric. Where is the false police report? Where is the charges on her for the hoax? Where are they? This scares me. Not in a fear of her, but what this is doing to our country. Did Donald Trump do this? No. Absolutely not. I can't go down a lot of roads, but let's go back. These people hate this country. They absolutely hate this country. Josh, give me number 9. The President of the United States, the Amazon Washington Post front page story yesterday was totally fake news. They said advisor wrote me new talking points and handed him reams of opposition research on the 4 congresswomen. Now, really, does that sound like me? What advisors? There was no talking points. Number 10. Look how the media puts us. Now, stay with her. Trump, the Squad is very racist group. They're very racist. Okay. Now, I got one more tweet I think I sent you, Josh, of the presidents that I want to get to. And maybe I don't. Let's go with this. I think, all right, let's go with, and then we're gonna talk about, all right, number 12. So the President of the United States tweeted out, he multitasks. They go nuts. He multitasks. So the President in the bottom there tweeted out, the Squad is very racist group of troublemakers who are young, inexperienced, and not very smart. They are pulling the once great Democrat Party far left and were against humanitarian aid for the border and are now against ICE and Homeland Security. So bad for our country. And then Jill Calvin said, the president tweeting as his motorcade makes its way to the Supreme Court to pay respect for Justice Stevens, which died last week. John Paul Stevens. Really? He's in the motorcade. Hey, I'll throw out a... There you go. Now, they hate this country. Number 4. They absolutely, these women of color, hate this country. Now, Ilhan Omar from Minnesota, I talked about her earlier, send her back. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, I'm not going to say I get into it, but she has cost her district thousands of jobs from Amazon. She has the new Green Deal. She is chasing her. She lied and said the kids are drinking out of the toilet. You know, I have to tell you, brace yourself for this, okay? Brace yourself. Because I know what you're going to say. I know exactly what you're going to say. When she looked at the media and said, they are drinking out of toilets, as a journalist, I would say, well, do they flush them first? Did you ask the guards in there about, hey, if they're drinking the water, did they flush them and get the water after? Not if it's okay or not. So she makes up lies. She is chasing cow farts around. We're all going to die in 12 years. The kids don't stand a chance. Now, Alana Presley is the black from Massachusetts, angry white woman, black woman, you know, put your black voice with your black body or get out. Rashida Tlaib, these people hate this country. It's bottom line, they hate the country. They think that all the things that white people have done have not grown race relations. They don't want borders. They think, Rashid Tlaib thinks every Palestinian that wants to leave their country and come here tomorrow can. Omar thinks the same thing. Now, Rashid Tlaib, there's a short video, Josh, in 2016. Let me pull that up myself, okay? Years before Representative Rashid Tlaib was speaking out against President Trump in Congress, she was shouting at him as security dragged her out of a meeting at the Detroit Economic Club. Video of August 2016. Now, she's just newly elected. Incident which has gone viral since resurfaced over the weekend, showing the current congressman shouting, and then candidate Trump, candidate Trump, delivered a speech before business leaders. While being escorted out of the room, she continued to jump and yell at those in the audience. She doesn't like America. Go back where you came from. Ooh, ooh. Play that clip.
I will say that Bernie Sanders came back. You guys are crazy!
You're an animal! Get a job!
Candidate Donald Trump proves everything he says. Go to the 4. One more time on the video, Josh. I'm sorry, let's do the video. It was only like 12 seconds. Let's see Rashid Tlaib right there. One more time on the video. I know I throw curveballs, but you know it's baseball. We talk baseball. So here's my curve. Let's see if you can hit it.
I will say that Bernie Sanders came back. You guys are crazy!
You're an animal! Get a job!
So, Rashid Tlaib, before she became this amazing congresswoman from Michigan, was at the Detroit Business Economic Summit there, whatever, when candidate Donald Trump, not President, candidate Donald Trump, she went there screaming and yelling. She has not liked Donald Trump since he was a candidate, ever. She hates this country. She is not happy about employment coming back to her district. She is not happy about black unemployment being the lowest it's ever been in history. Women, the number of women working, the number of Hispanics working. She's not happy about it. She's not happy about anything at all, and she doesn't see. So what she's done since she became this amazing congresswoman in 2018. You remember, she is the same woman that said, my son said on election night, 2018, on election night, my son said, we don't let bullies win, do we, Mama? No, we do not. I told my son, we do not let bullies win. We are going to go and impeach the MFer. See, as she was getting escorted out of that meeting in 2016, that's who she is. She hates this country. Donald Trump's tweet was not racist. It just said, hey, who stamped it racist? Who? The media stamped it racist. The media stamped it women of color. The media stamped it, all right. They forgot Nancy Pelosi's the one that called them the squad. That's gone over. Nancy's the one that put them up there and said, hey, get off the damn Twitter feed. I've got a suggestion box over here. Come see me. Get the hell off Twitter. Nancy Pelosi is the one that said they only had 4 votes. She labeled them the squad. Trump did nothing racist. But women of color, look at Erica Thomas, thought she won and hit a home run and she was going to be on every show crying. Josh, let's go from that, and I do want you to end that recording because I do want that stopped and put up. I don't want it put with something else. And tell me when you're ready to start another one. This will be just the end of the show. I've got 2 things we're going to go with. Good? All right, so let me end the show with this, okay, because we got 9:46 here. Number 5, DOJ warning Mueller. They're going nuts this morning, okay? And a couple things I want to show you. DOJ, Department of Justice, is at 4 a.m. in the morning. So first thing this morning, CNN. CNN is in full, they don't know what to do. They've collapsed. Their viewers know it because they left. At 4 o'clock in the morning, the liberal Dave Briggs and Christy, whatever her name is, they don't know what to do. Because at 4 in the morning, they can't follow the narrative with everybody else right now. If you're watching, it's interesting because they have to do international news. I mean, they spent more time on the Prime Minister and then Iran and then CIA. They have to, because they've closed their international news desk. They are in panic mode at CNN. And at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, what? I mean, I'm not even going to watch this anymore. I don't watch it because I like it. I watch it to see the narrative of the day. They are collapsing. They're on fire. They are praying. I swear to God, they're praying that the Mueller report tomorrow, he utters one word that they could say, we are the credible source. They are praying that the event they pull off with the debate, CNN is in full collapse, buddy. So there you go. There's CNN. And then let's go to number 7. Now here's the interesting thing. All right, number 7. DOJ issues warning to Mueller, tells him to remain within the boundaries of the written report. Okay? And, you know, the report was done under the authority of the DOJ. I mean, obviously most Democrats do not look at how the authority works in chain of command, but Robert Mueller, special counsel, actually worked for the Department of Justice, and all of his work was turned over to the Department of Justice. So the Department of Justice is the actual owner. You, the American people, are. You spent millions, but the Department of Justice is the actual owner, and really all they did was delegate him to go out and write this report and bring it back to them. So they own it. It's their report. It's not the Mueller report. Don't you love you keep hearing it's the Mueller report? It's not. It's the Department of Justice's report. But what's in your mind? If you was to go to 10 people today and say, who owns this report, Robert Mueller or the Department of Justice? I'm going to say 9 out of 10 are going to say Robert Mueller. That's why it's a Mueller report. No, that's what the narrative is. That's what the media told you. It's actually the Department of Justice report. I mean, Rod Rosenstein deferred from, Beauregard Sessions as the head. He's the one who appointed it because he was actually the boss. So that being said, they're making Department of Justice issues warnings to Mueller. No, they're not. They're saying you're going to testify on behalf of our report. Stay within the guidelines of the report. Don't go out fishing. Don't go out saying things you don't have to. Shut the hell up, say the report, and leave it. But look in the right-hand corner. So this is a dual story effect, right? Democrat presidential debate in 7 days. Oh, my God, they can't wait. Look at that. They're highlighting it. They are praying. CNN will put on a show. It'll be like America's Got Talent. They may be X's up there. When you answer, I mean, the moderators might go, buzz. They might. I'm saying that. It sounds silly, but CNN is trying to figure out how to put on this major show to make them look better than the candidates. Did I just say that? Because there's no such thing as making the candidates look good. All right, so that's that. All right, and then let me go with this real quick. So that's CNN. Okay, all right, that is, and this is the end of the show, so I want to stay with it. So tomorrow, the Mueller report, okay, and I am going to talk about the debt for 3 minutes. Tomorrow, the Mueller report starts in the morning. They're doing full coverage. I mean, they're treating this is Watergate, folks. This is Watergate to them, the Mueller report. Now, you will hear, I told you this yesterday, so just so you can get your barf bag ready. You will hear Democrats from the Intelligence Committee, which is Adam Schiff. You will hear Democrats from the Judiciary Committee, House Judiciary Committee, which is Bullfrog Nadler, Jerry Nadler. But you're going to hear all of them tomorrow praising Mueller, thanking him for his independence, his service to the country. The man above all men, credible. While you have a chin, Mr. Mueller. Go back to a Mueller picture. Do I have one, Robert Mueller? I don't know if I have one or two or which ones. Just pick any one. Mr. Mueller, you have a chin that would project really well on Mount Rushmore. Why I would like to see you on Mount Rushmore. I'm saying jokes and you think of it, but it's going to be disgusting, them slobbering all over what a great American is and how they appreciate, although no one else considers it collusion or obstruction of justice. We thank you for actually showing us the collusion, obstruction of justice. Thank you, sir. Congresswoman, Congressman, I'm really just going to defer to the report. How you paraphrase it would be up to you, but those are not my words. Yes, but the way you showed America the collusion and obstruction of this president and all the crimes that he committed, we thank you for that. Congresswoman, I'm going to have to refer you back to my actual words on the report. How you know, I don't know if he'll do it, but that's what's going to happen tomorrow, okay? Now, Nadler's looking for high crimes and misdemeanors, okay? He is looking for high crimes and misdemeanors. I'm serious. The Intelligence Committee, Adam Schiff keeps saying, and you got to pay attention to this, he wants Mueller to breathe life, to bring the report to life, so they could get the 60-second sound clips. See, if you have, okay, now I say this all the time, I'm not going to get stuck on this, like the media is, my study is the media, okay? If you have, you're on the radio, you're going down the road, and you're listening to your favorite bebop music, I know people just laughed, or country station, or smooth jazz, it don't matter what you're listening to. At the top of the hour, even if you're listening to Rush Limbaugh conservative, it doesn't matter. At the top of the hour, the news cycle, whoever they got, if they got CBS, if they got ABC, so at the top of the hour, you get a 2-minute injection. I call it a drug into your arm. Today, Robert Mueller testified, and when asked this, Mueller said, "I did find 8 instances where the president possibly colluded with Russia. But," they leave the but it's inconclusive. No, boom, you're going to get that injection. You're going to hear Mueller. You're not going to hear a reporter say it. You're not going to hear Jerry Nadler say it. You're not going to hear Schiff say it. You're going to have actually Mueller's. So every time Adam Schiff says that Mueller needs, if Mueller just goes and reads the report like books on tape, Democrats have all they want. Because around the water cooler in the morning, well, I don't know, I like Trump. He's not a bad guy, but this whole racist thing, and now Mueller says he really did find stuff. No, he didn't. I heard him the other day. Own words. Moving right along. This stays in the end of the show, Josh. We don't have to change anything. Moving right along. Let's go with number 14. Trump's congressional leaders reach deal on budget and debt ceiling. Now, some of you may think, why didn't I take this morning, 8 o'clock right out of the box, and break down where we were at with the debt during Reagan, during Bush, during Clinton, up to Obama. Obama doubled the debt. Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you show, while everybody is yelling that Trump is putting trillion-dollar deficits a year in place, and said he was going to end and pay off the debt? Why did you not do that? Because I'm going to tell you, as a fiscal conservative, I'm not afraid of the debt like I am racism in America. I'm not afraid of the debt like I am the deep state. I'm not afraid of the debt like I am, right, of the corporate deep state media. That can collapse. I hope it doesn't. I hope we figure something out. I don't think we will. No matter how much you yell fire in a crowded theater, I do not think so. My dad said one day, I said to him, Dad, why do you think? I said this. I said, Dad, we're in debt. We don't have the money. We borrow the money. We know everything's broke. Why do you think the American people have not revolted in this country? Why do you think we don't have an uprising over this debt in this country and they just don't care? And my dad says, son, until senior citizens of this country, now obviously a lot is direct deposit, just painting the picture. He said, until senior citizens in this country and the people that are on disability and the people that get some kind of government assistance, until that entire group goes over and reaches in the mailbox and there's no check, there'll never be anything happen. And he's 100% right. It don't matter what these numbers show on the screen. Until that happens, we're going to go our merry way. So I could yell, yell, yell how upset I'm over I am of this deal. When I see budget and debt deal, when I see these people right here, and I'm just going to put it up, Josh. I know we're bumping up on there, but I got to show it. When I see these four right here, and I look at Kevin McCarthy, which I do not want him to be Speaker of the House. I want, when I see Mitch McConnell, I see, did I give you 6? I'm sorry, Josh, I didn't give you a number. When I see McCarthy, McConnell, and then I see, those are the Republicans. They're not conservatives. They're not, okay? And then I see Pelosi and Schumer, and I see budget and debt deal ceiling reached. I got to go on about my day. Now, we can get into it later, what Obama did on the debt. I'm with you. But let me tell you something, okay? And this is why I didn't want to get into it, because I didn't want to upset the Republicans. Never want to upset the Republicans. Let me end with the debt, with the negotiated deal here, and the budget. I am not a George W. Bush fan. Clear? Now, I, for one, believe that what did we spend? $7 trillion on a war? $10. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll try this again. I'm your host, BKP. Take us out of here, Josh.